Pathmonk is the intelligent tool for website lead generation. With increasing online competition, over 98% of website visitors don't convert. The ability to successfully show your value proposition and support visitors in their buying journey separates you from the competition online. Pathmonk qualifies and converts leads on your website by figuring out where they are in the buying journey and influencing them in key decision moments with relevant micro experiences like case studies, intro videos, and much more. Stay relevant to your visitors and increase conversions by 50%. Add Pathmonk to your website in seconds. Let the AI do all the work and get access to 50% more qualified leads while you keep doing marketing and sales as usual. Check us on pathmonk.com. Welcome to today's episode. Let's talk about today's guest. We have Chip House from Insightly, CMO out there with them. How are you doing today, Chip?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Ernesto.
It's great to have you on today's episode. I'm excited to hear a little bit more because everybody who's in sales and marketing definitely needs a CRM. So let's give what our listeners are tuning in for. So Chip, in your own words, can you tell us a little bit more what Insightly is all about?
Yeah, so we did a lot of research on this actually. And so we generally go to market as a CRM for mid-market companies, small and mid-market companies. And so we surveyed over 500 mid-market companies, and generally their salespeople, their ops people, their CS people, some marketing people as well, and asked them about their usage of CRM and how satisfied they were with their current offering. What we learned is 79% of companies are actually not satisfied with their current CRM, and that's due to high cost, difficulty adopting it and using it across their team, difficulty having it scaling with them, an inability to customize it for their business or manage the integrations that they need with their other software. And so, Insightly is very much targeted at solving all of those problems. So we're not a legacy software tool, and it's easy to customize, scales with you as you grow. It's highly affordable, very flexible for your unique business needs. And so that's why we call it the modern CRM that teams love. It also provides you a single view of your customers, which has been, we've heard about this forever, right? When are we going to get a single view of my customers? And I think, we do it with a modern system across CRM, marketing, and Insightly Service, which is our help desk tool.
All right, awesome, great. And so that way our listeners could get a good understanding of Insightly. What key problem would you say you solve for clients?
Yeah, generally, especially if you're in the B2B space and you are selling to other companies, you need to manage leads and you need to manage customer data and a sales pipeline. We're ideal for that, right? It's a highly usable system that you can easily adopt across your team to manage your whole pipeline, even market your product, sell your product, convert opportunities to projects, and then manage them with your service team as well. And so we really work across all areas of the company in a very affordable way.
Definitely. All right. Great to hear that. Now, as far as your vertical or ICP, would it be fair to say, what do you guys focus on?
Yeah, we're really across all verticals. We're attractive for professional service providers. We're HIPAA compliant, so healthcare and health tech uses us. Manufacturing and distributing, because they can leverage our mobile app for their field force, or our highly our workflows and automation to help them automate anything on the assembly line, for example, and being able to integrate with their current systems, whether it's proposals or accounting or HR or finance, whatever. So we're fairly even across verticals. We don't have any specialty.
Okay, great to hear that from you guys. So how does someone typically find out about Insightly? What would you say is the top client acquisition channel for you guys?
Well, we know from our research data that about 30% of our customers come from former users of our software, right? So they were happy at the one company and they moved to another company and they brought Insightly along with them. And or they're referrals from our existing customers that are happy. So that takes up about 30%. The other 70% is a combination of SEO, organic, or Google AdWords, and then we do quite a bit of content. We actually have our own podcast called Closing Time, focused at go-to-market leaders that we promote on LinkedIn and on YouTube.
Oh, awesome. Great. That's great to hear. You guys can check them out as well. But going into your website here for our listeners to check them out, if you guys are looking for a CRM, check them out at insightly.com. What role does the website play for client acquisition, Chip?
Yeah, well, so we have our free trial, which our customers can use. It's a 14-day free trial. And if you have 2 or fewer users, you can use Insightly for free forever. And if you have more than 2 users, then you need to upgrade to a paid plan, which starts at $29 per user for the CRM. And yeah, so I would say about a third of our customers come in and fully self-service themselves, right? So they do the trial and then they pay for Insightly on their credit card. And some of them go to month to month. The rest come in typically via a demo request and talk to our account executives about fitting Insightly into their own organization. And then those generally tend to be organizations that have between 50 and 500 employees.
Oh, great. That's awesome to hear. So now, is there anything that you've learned about what makes a great converting website? Like, is there anything that tools, tips, methods that you would recommend to our listeners?
Yeah, actually, we're in the midst of doing a lot of A/B testing on our website now. We just tested our demo request page, and we made some updates to it. And our current demo request page is converting 22% higher than our last one. You know, we tried to optimize it, highlight our user interface, and that's converting super, super well. We also know that customer stories work well for us because we feel the social proof is very, very important as buyers are doing more of their research. And so we're able to highlight a lot of the customer research on our website, and videos and case studies and things like that. And, you know, I think a lot of it is just ensuring that customers can self-serve and get the information they need, which is also why we have an on-demand demo on our website. So if customers don't want to talk to a salesperson, they can go to the on-demand demo and actually watch a demo of our marketing tool, our CRM, or our Insightly Service Help Desk tool.
Yeah, awesome. Great to hear that from you. Now, let's switch it up a little bit, Chip, and let's talk about you as the leader, you being the CMO there for Insightly. What are some key tasks you focus on your day-to-day work?
I've been in SaaS like 25 years now, so I've been doing this for a long time. And so across that time period, I had the chance to be exposed to a lot of different areas, you know, demand gen, customer marketing, product marketing, event marketing. And so, you know, I run strategy for the company. And so I'm deeply involved in demand generation, the content that we produce, the website, the events that we do. And so I'm regularly engaging with a member of my team on one of those initiatives, whether it's content, demand gen, product acquisition that we're trying to add to our MarTech stack, that type of thing.
Oh, definitely sounds like you got a full plate. I mean, a lot of experience. I mean, it's getting put into place. So definitely great to have that from you there.
It just proves that I'm old.
Experience is what matters, right? I mean, the more experience you have, I mean, the easier to make decisions, the easier to come up with strategies. Definitely, that's kudos to you.
Thank you.
But let's jump into our next section here, Chip, and let's go into our rapid fire question round. So you ready for them?
Yeah.
Awesome. First off, Chip, what is the last book that you read?
Currently, I'm reading Pitch by April Dunford, which is about optimizing your sales pitch. April wrote a great book on positioning a few years back, and I also just read, but that's sort of a workbook. I also just read Bono's new book, although I'm losing the name of it, but it was an excellent book. I'm a music fan. I'm a U2 fan. And Bono wrote a book a year ago, and he talks about basically his whole life, and it's fascinating.
Was it the Surrender?
Yeah, Surrender. Yeah, there you go.
All right, awesome, great read there. Now, next up is, what is one single thing that your company's focused on at the moment the most?
We just launched our partner program in November, and so we're just getting that off the ground, and we have a number of different partners really across the globe now that are choosing to refer Insightly to their customers, help them integrate it, help them optimize their CRM or their marketing automation or their email design. And so we're really focused on building those relationships with our partners today and ensuring that they're all trained up on our platform as possible.
Okay, great stuff. Now, if there would be no boundaries in technology, Chip, what would be that one thing that you want to have fixed for your role as a marketer today?
Boy, I and when we were talking earlier, the bulk of our leads today come from inbound, right? I mean, so marketing is doing a heavy amount of lift. And I think, like I said, I've been in this game so long, so I've felt how outbound sales are becoming tougher for go-to-market teams, just because, even AI is engaged and, kind of adding to the din. People tend to be overwhelmed. Their inboxes are overwhelmed. So what I would solve is make outbound easier. if I could press the easy button, it would be, how do you partner with your sales team to make outbound easier these days?
Definitely. Yep, I would agree. Now, if there's one repetitive task that you could automate, what would that be?
I'm already leveraging AI a decent amount for some of the writing that we do, and SEO, especially honestly in a space like CRM, which is highly competitive. I mean, if we're not writing content and producing pages all the time, we are not treading water, we're reducing in traffic, right? And so we're constantly putting out content. And so it would be content creation, if I could consistently produce very, very high quality content faster, that would be a game changer.
Definitely. All right, perfect. And well, lastly, Chip, I know, like you mentioned, more than 25 years within the marketing world and in the SaaS business, but what is one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you were to restart your journey as a marketer today?
Yeah, it's funny because, like I said, I've been in SaaS forever and I've had a very successful career, and I've had a chance to be in a CMO at a couple of high growth software companies. With that said, I'm intrigued by people who chose in their 20s to go into business for themselves. And so if I could go back and talk to my 22-year-old self, I'd be like, hey, dude, you need to think about, once you feel comfortable with your skill set, think about going out on your own and starting your own agency.
Definitely, like you mentioned, right? Experience. You mentioned age. I think that's super important for our listeners, whoever's listening. Chip is a lot of experience, and I think that's a great advice for everybody that's listening. Thanks so much for that, Chip. Sure. Chip, thanks a lot for being on the show with us today. I do want to give you the last word. If someone forgets everything about the interview today, what is that one thing they should remember about Insightly?
Yeah, Insightly is very much, I would call it almost, we're like the un-CRM. We think of ourselves as the modern CRM, whereas most companies leave their CRM within 3 years. They tend to stay with Insightly because it's affordable and flexible to their business needs, and it scales with them as they grow.
Definitely. Well, to our listeners, like I mentioned, you can check them out at insightly.com. Grow faster with the modern CRM teams love. Chip, thanks so much for being on with us today. and looking forward to our next episode at Path Monk Presents. Thanks a lot, Chip.
I appreciate it so much. Thanks, Ernesto.